too long. I lost Brandon. I think somebody's up.
You're
Probably the 12-year-old.
You're breaking up on me, Megan.
Okay, hang on. Am I any
I think
better?
somebody's calling her.
Every now and then I have a lag. So if I lag, oh, wait a minute.
So you're good now.
Mm-hmm.
It says my network bandwidth is low. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. So tell me again if that happens and I'll stop till it picks back up.
Okay.
It doesn't matter where I go. And it's the same with my lives. My live yesterday was on 4G and it doesn't matter. I get AT&T stinks. Okay, so Brandon and I just wanted to talk, like, the takeaway word for the day is action. And this is something that we both were really challenged by starting at Super Saturday. And it seems simple, but I think similar to what Rebecca was talking about, I think we can get bogged down with little details and obviously the details of life that steer us away from action. And so I have been since Super Saturday trying to be really, really hyper-focused on action, and not just in plexus, but in a few different areas of my life. I tend to get really easily distracted, which I think as a mom is really easy to do. You know, I work a full-time job. I got 3 kids. They're all in an activity right now. He is a distraction because he's super nice to look at. And so I have to be really focused on action. So a few things that I have tried to put in place since Super Saturday, which I have been successful with thus far, except for today because I took some time off from that specific action to think more about what I wanted to talk about tonight, have been reserving office hour time. So I think you guys know I try to, on the days that I can, eat lunch in the computer lab, and I have not scrolled through Facebook until I have messaged 3 new people. And my cold messaging lately has looked different because I'm reaching out to a lot of people that I have not talked to in years. And so I've been having ongoing conversations, just catching up with life and kids, and inevitably they ask what you're up to. And so that's kind of a segue into explaining what you do. And so I've been trying to be super focused on not scrolling through Facebook until I have messaged at least 3 people. And that includes not following up with people or checking comments to follow up with people on my, even my Facebook posts. I literally sit down, log in, message. I'm able to do that easily because I'm making myself Sunday sit down and plan the 3 people I'm going to message that day. So I don't even have to pull out my Franks list because those names are on my calendar. And, you know, I'm listening to myself and it sounds super kind of trite and simple, but I was really struggling with that. Like being consistent with that and feeling like it was paying off, I guess, for lack of a better term. So I've been super focused on the office hours, and you can ask him if I was unable to get it done at school that day. I say I need 25 more minutes tonight to sit down. Am I lagging?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. 25 minutes.
Question.
Yes.
So you don't even mention plexus for a while.
No.
Right?
Not with
you
people.
Start a conversation.
Like I messaged one girl that I probably haven't talked to since high school. She was a year older than me. I would have considered her a good friend in high school. We played volleyball together, but I have not talked to her in probably 19 or 20 years.
Yeah.
And so I found over the summer when I was new and I was like super gung-ho and I'm like, oh my gosh, so-and-so would be great at this. And I like, typed out this really cool message of, you have everything that I want in a business partner and you would be so great at this. And I would get nothing back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think because, and when you think about it, I would respond similar if I haven't talked to somebody for 20 years, but they're telling me I would be so great at this new thing. So I've probably been messaging back and forth. I think it's been 10 people in the last 2 weeks of just catch up, reconnecting, that type of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So office hours has been key. We also, our desk area or our office area has been out in our dining room, which is a very high traffic area in our house. And so when we got back from Super Saturday, we moved that back to our bedroom so that I have the freedom, he has the freedom to say, I need some office hours tonight where the kids know we can come back here, lock the door. Not that that matters, they still bother you. But at least where they know you're serious and you're not just scrolling through Facebook. And I have set a timer several times where, he'll take the kids somewhere and come back and I'll say, I've just got 10 minutes left. And so it doesn't seem so time consuming when both of us are on board with, and I think setting a timer key. Tamara Holloway, or I can't remember if it was Tamara or Lisa, not Lisa. Was it Lisa? Who's Carty?
Yeah. Julie.
Oh.
Yeah.
It sounds so dumb to set timers, but it's been really effective.
Seems like it's kept you on task.
It keeps me on task a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And prioritizing what you use the time for. And I start with the 3 new. So office hours. Okay, so all this, like we know all this, but I was struggling with, I would message here and there, or I would think of somebody and I would message them, or I would respond back to somebody and then I would get them signed up and then I kind of didn't know where to start from there. I'd go back to the Franks list and it was kind of all over the place. Found the action, and Amelia Earhart says that the most effective way to do it is just to do it. And so having a plan and sitting down and making yourself prioritize what, like Amber said, the IPAs, making sure those are happening first. Thoughts, questions, comments? Anybody have anything? Sarah?
Rebecca was listing off what IPAs can be, because she said it's cold messaging, prospecting, recruiting, sending samples, in-person meetings, follow-ups, investing in your team, and smart social media posting. So all of those things can be income producing.
Yep.
And to prioritize those things.
Mm-hmm. And then another thing I've been trying to do is once those people have been messaged, I'm putting them straight over onto a follow-up list so that, because sometimes I get so many Facebook messages going that I get kind of lost and I'll go back, I'll see Sue Hooten comment on somebody's Facebook thing and I think, oh my gosh, I messaged her like 2 months ago. Where did she go? How did I miss that? And so I've been trying to put them directly over onto the follow-up list. I also like Tamara's idea of follow-up Fridays, focusing mostly on follow-ups that day. And then, so the 3 new people a day, follow up with 2, and the train 1. And most of us are still in the training ourselves phase, me included. And I've been watching a lot of Tara Castaneda. I really like her. I'm not sure why. I can't tell you why I've gotten kind of into a black hole of training videos, but I really like her. She did a I can't remember the name of it now, but she did a training where basically she went down different scenarios of somebody that's interested in Plexus and how to sign them up, and how anybody over $100, she recommends doing it this way, and anybody under 100, or even certain ones that are under 100, they might be good to sign up as an ambassador anyway. And that one was really good in that it gave a little bit of strategy, I guess, for different scenarios. So anyway, I really just wanted to think about action tonight, and that spills. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel kind of like I'm just meandering through life. And so I've tried to be more intentional with action steps and not just Plexus, but I've started doing a writing down a scripture a day, which I saw on Facebook, and ironically it was about courage, and I think courage goes hand in hand with action, because sometimes we don't have action because we're fearful of what somebody might think. I am, anyway. And then also action in marriage. Don't be gross. And
what she means is she's dragging me along just in everything. She's so proactive right now.
Yes.
Bottom line, I can't keep up with her.
Whatever. That totally made me lose my train of thought. Either have something worthwhile to introduce.
See, she's laser focused, and all I do is distract her.
Sarah, your daughter up in the corner is killing me. Is that your 12-year-old?
Do what? Yes.
Okay. I feel you, sister. She just kind of peeking in, like she just wants to at least see our faces. She's not bothering me. She just
Pointing at her. Tell her to not now.
Okay.
Shush,
Okay.
shush, not
Okay.
now.
Okay. And also, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh,
Well, Bryce quit making noise in the kitchen.
That's Maddie.
Oh,
I have been telling her.
what is she doing? It's bedtime.
Because she refuses to do her chores.
Oh. Action, Sarah. You make her take action.
That's why she's in there doing it.
What's her name?
Madison.
Madison. Get it together, sister.
You hear this, Noodle? Yeah.
I could also be saying Aubrey because she needs some of that too. A lot of that, actually.
Oh, gosh.
So the other thing I was thinking about is how we all go through different seasons in life, and I really struggle to be motivated. So this is a big deal for me to say I'm going to do this every single day, and I guess hold myself accountable. And so where was I going with that? Do you want to participate?
You're on a roll.
No. Anyway, we all go through different seasons, and I think it's important that when we're in a different season, like I'm thinking about Laura Daffler, who just had surgery, and of course Angie's been on vacation, and Sarah's been struggling with her knee, and is she having surgery? She's not having surgery, and different seasons in my life, my action steps are going to look different, and that's okay. Maybe my Facebook posting is a little more intentional. I work mainly on follow-ups, or I dig deeper into a self-building book, or I'm focused on writing scripture daily. And so, I don't think by any stretch that the only way to be successful is to do it one way all the time. I think there's got to be some variation, and definitely with seasons in life. Right now are strangely slower, even though we've got kids and things. We aren't mowing right now, which means he's home more, and we're able to tag team kids to different things, which, I'm usually doing a lot of that on my own. And so by the time I get home, I don't have anything left to put into the plexus tank. So, we'll be heading into a season where we're preparing for the big yearly IEP meeting, and my daily action will look different for a week or so. And so anyway, I guess I just wanted to encourage in that, we hear different people doing it different ways, and Rebecca gives great tips and Timmy gives great tips, and it's always feels like it's something new we ought to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it can get overwhelming, and I know they don't mean it to be overwhelming. They want to keep it fresh for those that maybe get bored, or a new way to change things up if one way is feeling more stale. I don't think they want to overwhelm people, but I think it can get overwhelming. And so I guess one thing I've been learning and thinking about is that in this journey with plexus, there are seasons just like there are with marriage and parenting and spiritual seasons. And so shouldn't be a time of disappointment or woe is me if your daily action looks different than someone else's. So that's really all I had was action.
Good.
So anybody have thoughts, comments?
I have 2 quotes
Okay.
to share along those lines. Carrie Wilkerson is the one we saw at Leaders Retreat. She's
Yes.
the barefoot executive, and she says action leads to motivation. And then the other one was actually Rebecca mentioned this one last night. Brenda Martin is the diamond who has 11 kids.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. She and her husband are both diamonds, and they have 11 kids. And she says that activity cures everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she uses that with her kids. She's like, keep them busy, and that'll cure everything.
Uh-huh.
So I thought that went along with what you're talking about.
I would agree with that, because when we become less active in life in general, which we are in that season. I mean, winter is natural. One of the only reasons I got a job was because I knew I could not be home all winter. This is 3 years ago. I've got plenty to do, I think, with plexus now, but
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't be home all winter. It was not a good. I knew I couldn't do it. I would get in that mode. And I actually heard on Caleb as I was taking Adeline to tumbling tonight, there was some statistic given about the amount of clutter and stress levels. And I think that goes along with action too, whether it's a cluttered house or a cluttered brain, or, a cluttered car, cluttered desk. I think that leads to more stress for sure. I know it does for me. And, when we're stressed, we have a hard time putting action into place.
Yeah. Well, and my tendency is to just shut down, because I'm just like, I feel so overwhelmed that I'm just like, oh, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I actually read on Asperger's, I think. Asperger's experts, they have this group page that they give lots of tips for how to handle stress. And he talks about, he gets so in his head about what he needs to do that he procrastinates and puts it off and puts it off. And if you just sit down and just do it, it's way easier than you think it's going to be.
Right.
So, yeah. So I've been trying to, just quit thinking about it so much and just go sit down and just do it. Like you said, set aside a set amount of time. That way I don't feel like I have to work so hard and like message 10 people a day or whatever, but just, I have my 3. I'm going to go do that. And when I'm done doing that, then I can do other things,
Right.
Keeps it more simple that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been, I don't feel as all over the place.
Yeah.
I think it also, I'm sorry, I was going to say for what Megan's been doing with her office hours and her action, it hasn't just been, I'm going to set a timer. I know I want to message 3 people. She's got lists, and, when you feel overwhelmed, I think it helps to sort your thoughts out. If you just, whatever's up there, just write it down and create, it doesn't have to be super detailed, but create a list. And then Amber, you're talking about feeling like you got to message 10 people or allowing yourself to get overwhelmed. And I feel like we're seeing just since Super Saturday with how super active Megan has been and very, she's engaged a ton of people, and we've kind of had a good couple of weeks. We've had a lot of good response and a lot of interaction with people. And I think that's a direct result of the action, be it, asking for a sale or just engagement with, catching up and trying to nurture the relationship a little bit, or internet sense.
Is he cutting out?
Well, we can hear everything. The video's lagging.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
It just seems like the action has created like measurable momentum.
Yeah.
Very measurable. So anyway.
Well, and that's what I was feeling like you were saying, Megan, like these people that I haven't spoken to in years, because that's the point I'm at with my contact list, my Franks list. I'm people that I haven't talked to in a long time. And I was feeling like I can't just be like, hey, you want to try Plexus? Yeah. I know I've had people send me these really lengthy messages, and I just completely ignore them about their different leggings or makeup or whatever, this, that, and the other. And I just completely ignore it. And so I'm like, okay, how do I connect with them? And so I've been trying to do more of that, where I just open up a conversation, ask them how they're doing and what they've been up to. But then I was telling myself that wasn't really cold messaging.
No, it is.
That's what I was telling myself. I'm like,
we're a business of relationship.
It's like I'm talking to people, but I'm not necessarily talking about Plexus, so I'm not working.
Yeah, but that's not true at all, is it? Because we're building the relationship.
I'm getting so many more no's when I try to, hey, how you doing? I love seeing all your kids, blah, blah, blah. Hey, have you seen my post about Plexus? And it's like an instant, ha, 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 no.
Yes. Definitely. And some of the people I've been reaching out to, I'll mention Plexus anywhere from the 3rd or the 8th message. It just depends on how the initial message was received. There have been some where it's been kind of like where I've had to kind of prod the conversation a little bit. It wasn't that they were standoffish. It was just kind of like almost they didn't know how to respond or what to say, I guess. But then there were others that it was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad you messaged. I love seeing your kids on. That's how they're responding. So I'm like, okay. So then we just message a couple of times, and then I'm able to. And I got one. Sure, I'll give it a try. And I haven't had any no's. I've had some no response, in the last couple of weeks. But I just had zero luck with mentioning Plexus right out the gate, especially to people that I haven't talked to in 6 months to 20 years.
Right.
People that I see day in and day out, you can mention it earlier, I think. But the ones that you need to get reacquainted with, it needs to not be about Plexus. And that's absolutely IPA.
Yeah.
That's
Sarah's doing
100%
sign language.
What'd you say?
I said Sarah's doing sign language.
Oh.
Yes, I
Well,
am.
and two, we need to keep in mind with the way Facebook works, the algorithms and things, like if you're going and you're having a chat with a person, then your posts are going to start showing up in their feed more often too. And like if you go and like and comment on their stuff, then Facebook is going to start your posts will show up more in their feed.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
I was just going to say I'm completely in relationship building mode right now because I've been very, very bad at relationships over the years, just very disengaged with most people. Like, I'll have the people that I come in direct contact with, I'm not bad with relationships, but as far as keeping in touch and following up with old friends, I'm so bad about that. So
That's just a guy thing.
I know, but it doesn't really work well if you're trying to build a relationship-based business if you don't have any relationships. So that's kind of where I am right now.
Well, he's
Right.
really good at close relationships.
Yeah. Hey, Angie. Angie,
Yeah.
are you still on
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I just want to make sure you were still there.
Yep.
How have you
I'm
been
in the
feeling?
same boat.
Yeah.
The last probably month or two, I've noticed I wasn't getting any answers back from cold messaging, and I decided to change up how, from the beginning it was beat in our brains, post once or twice every day without fail about Plexus. And I've noticed if I skip a few days and post personal things, more people that I don't talk to like my stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I started liking non-Plexus people stuff and messaging, just about life and not Plexus. And then, a girl I haven't talked to since high school, and I really wasn't even great friends with her in high school, just messaged me and gave Plexus a try. She's just ordering retail for now, but
Hey.
Great.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now. I feel like not posting so much about Plexus is getting me more relationships going, and then I can ease into Plexus. So,
Yeah.
but what I want to focus on right now is doing some sip and sees at some of my ambassadors' house that aren't really doing anything. I mean, they're taking the products and loving them for themselves, but they're not really doing anything with the business, but they're seeing great results. It's like, all right, let's tell people about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to work on that.
I find that really hard too, Angie. I mean, we have a lot of people under us and nobody, obviously with nobody on the call, we're having a really hard time getting people that are loving the products to share. So I feel you.
Or they'll make one post.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
they'll roll the dice and see what happens with one post.
Yeah.
Or nothing
Yeah,
that might
exactly.
hinder their products, but they're doing great with it.
Yeah.
If one of my ambassadors needed to lose a whole bunch of weight or she'd go on medication, she just texted me on Friday and said, on Sunday I was 306. Sent a picture of her scale and she was 298.
Wow.
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 Yeah, hold on. And then on Saturday, 296. Yesterday, 294.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's perfect advertisement.
using her name, but like mouth to mouth to people, but I'm just like, why aren't you telling people that she hasn't even been exercising?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're down to 2.5 minutes. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just wish she would take hold of it, but I can't make her. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Well, and that's one thing I know I've said to Amber a lot is I've kind of had to get to a point where I'm just going to choose not to drag people along. I feel like there's enough people in their life, showing them how to do it. And, we're inviting them to the Zoom calls and the opportunity meetings and the, hey, come over anytime, let's set up a time where you can come over and I can train you on the back office. And, you just can't make adults do things they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Or that they don't make a priority. And so, so keep encouraging, what I've decided to do is just to keep encouraging those that are having great success and mention, I'd love to have you. It'd be super great. I could show you how to get your products for free at a minimum.
Yeah.
She's already an ambassador.
Yeah. And then move on. Go find the next.
Yeah.
I know, I don't know if that sounds mean or not, but like you said, Sarah, she's signed up, she's underneath you, she has all the tools in place to be successful. And so we're trying to focus less on the ones that we have. I mean, still keep up with them and encourage them, but focus more on the ones that still need it. So
yeah.
Okay, we have a minute, so I wanted to leave one more quote with you. So it's 1 John 3:18, actually. It says, show love through actions that are sincere, not through empty words. And I was just thinking, Plexus is so much about people and loving people enough to want to share things that are going to benefit them health-wise. And so I just needed the encouragement to not just show action with words, but with my deeds too. So that's my last little action plug. Action.
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 Hey.
Action.
Yeah.
Megan, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to do it. It was fun.
Thank you. I needed that.
It was good to see you, Sarah, and hear you, Angie.
Too.
Take care of
Yeah,
yourselves.
thank you. Thanks, Megan.
We'll talk soon.
Okay.